wondering if Pinterest is the right platform for you going into 2023? Perhaps you've seen quite a bit of my content recently or other people's content talking about how amazing Pinterest is as a platform for marketing your business. Well, today I'm going to walk you through a very unconventional video for me. It's a Pinterest Q&A. So without further ado, let's dive right on in so you don't skip forward. Question number 1. With Pinterest constantly changing, I feel like it's not worth my time. I get it. There are a lot of changes on Pinterest. There have been a lot of changes over the last couple of years. But I will say that it should be worth your time because it is a parking lot for your content. It is one of the very few platforms that acts the way that it acts. For image search, Pinterest is your solution. For text-based search, Google is that solution. And for video searching, this platform, YouTube, is your solution. So, do you want to discount a platform just because it is going through changes? Do you want to discount a platform just because they introduce new features and you don't like it anymore? I don't think that you would do that if we were talking about Instagram or asking the same question if we're talking about Instagram or TikTok or any other platform. In general, Pinterest gets a bad rap for the changes that they make, but they are always, usually, good changes. So, yes, I think it's worth your time. Question number 2. I haven't started on Pinterest yet. My business is going well. Do I really need to add Pinterest too? I think you should, depending on the platforms, obviously. However, when most marketers are telling you to stick to 1 or 2 platforms, which I think I saw a question here along the same lines, I've been told I should stick to 1 to 2 platforms should I really add Pinterest in. Same question phrased 2 different ways. I think the answer is yes, depending. So if you don't have a search engine based platform in your mix-up just yet, and you're just using social media as your traffic source, then you definitely should diversify and add an SEO based platform to your roundup. I like to call Pinterest a parking lot for your content. If you hear that anywhere else, they took it from me. Because your content will live on and on and on. Some of my most trafficked content, mine, and clients for that matter, is older, all older. One of my blog posts that sends the most traffic to my website for my travel blog was published in July of 2018. And I get 60,000 page views on average every single year from that one blog post. So, from Pinterest too. So yeah, I think you should. I heard Pinterest is dead. My friend says she gets like no traffic anymore. I can hear like the mean girl from high school in my head. I can hear that voice in my head right now. So to answer this question, Pinterest is not dead. I just recently posted a YouTube video all about this. I will do my best to link all of this stuff in the description, guys, and in the cards. But listen, I'm really terrible about post optimization on my videos, so don't come for me. But I did post a video on this channel just recently about this very topic. 3 myths in Pinterest. Organic traffic is not dead. It just has morphed. It takes more time. It takes longer because there are more people on the platform. However, it depends on what your metric for death is on Pinterest. If getting 3 million page views a month is death to you, then I don't know what to tell you. But if getting 5 page views a month is death for you, then yeah, that probably sucks, and you should probably put your efforts in another venture or re-strategize your Pinterest account. But no, Pinterest is not dead. My product is really for men. Great question. Thank you for submitting. And I think Pinterest is still a viable solution for you because, and I don't have the exact stats on this right now, but as of 2021, like 20 to 40% of all new signups, don't come for me, were men. And more men are coming on the platform. Now, I will say in our advertising strategies for our female clients, we always exclude men, but that doesn't mean that they are not there. It also doesn't mean that it won't cost more to get to them, especially if you're advertising. So keep that in mind. But if you do have a Pinterest account, or you're thinking about adding a Pinterest account to your marketing and you have a Shopify store with products for men, then get your content on the platform, let it live there for a while, and then look at your audience insights and see what the majority of your traffic is. Also consider one of my most successful clients in 2019 for e-commerce. One of my very first e-commerce clients, in fact, had a backpack for dads, and we targeted females. So think about that for a second too. Who is in the household with the purchasing power? Who's in charge? Who's making decisions? You want to get a hold of the decision maker, not necessarily the person who the product's for. Okay, think about that for a second. Doesn't Pinterest just give you cold traffic? I want hot leads. Sure, yeah, of course, but Pinterest is a full funnel marketing platform, which means depending on your overall strategy and timeline, you can get hot leads from Pinterest. It also depends on your overall keyword strategy too. So you can get hot leads and you can also get cold leads. I am currently, myself, Heather, I'm currently running Pinterest ads to cold traffic on the platform, and I am getting them into my email nurture sequence, and then I'm selling them on my membership. So keep that in mind. It's not just that it all has to be organic. You can do a mix of organic and ads, or just organic, or just ads. It depends on what your timeline, your budget, and your goals are. Is Pinterest pay to play, or does it still work organically? I think I've answered this question in a roundabout way already to this point. However, Pinterest is not just pay to play. Organic traffic is very much alive. It also depends on how you want to utilize the platform. Pinterest is more than just a traffic driver these days. Pinterest overall increases brand value and increases other platforms' brand value as well. So if you're driving traffic via ads from Facebook, and you're also driving traffic via ads from Pinterest, those two platforms can work synonymously, is that the right word? Together to get more people converted into your funnels. Okay, it depends on what you have going on behind the scenes too. So if you are running advertising, then I would suggest pairing Pinterest with other platforms because it does overall bring all of the ships up, okay? So I hope that answers your question. It is not just pay to play. It is very much still an organic platform. And I would suggest investing in an idea pins strategy because that is more in the now. It's what Pinterest is pushing right now. They do have idea pin links for new accounts. Not all new accounts are getting this feature because my brand new account didn't. However, I have some client accounts that are coming that are new that do have idea pin links, as well as some other accounts that we have that we manage that have idea pin links as well. So word on the street is that there are still going to be idea pin links rolling out. They just haven't rolled them out to everyone. I don't know the countries. However, invest in an idea pin strategy. It is the best way to go right now organically. This is a really good one. This is one of my favorite things to answer. What is involved each week? What do I need to do daily, weekly, and monthly, like IG, like Instagram? Great question, whoever answered or asked this. I'm gonna give you an answer. Here's what you need to do. I think daily, you don't need to do anything daily. Weekly, you can plan your content weekly. So that's what I want you to do. Get yourself a content planning system. If you need one, I sell one. It's called the Pinterest system. I'll put the link in the description. I'll try to remember. Number two, once you have a content planning system, I want you to set up your Canva to be successful for you. Upload your brand kit, colors, fonts, logos. Upload your Pinterest templates. If you don't have some, I sell some. I've just launched a Shopify store. I also have an Etsy store. You can go and purchase one-off pin templates. You can also get them in my membership. Number three, once you have a Canva workflow and a content system set up, you are going to go find keywords that you're going to use consistently for your core content, your pillar content. I want you to find keywords for those core pieces of content, and then I want you to create pins for those pieces of content. If you do not have time to sit down once a week to do this, you can do this once a month. You're going to plan 30 URLs. That's 30, one URL per day. This can be a mix. If you want black and white, I'll give you black and white. Do 80% free, 20% paid. This is a lot more nuanced, but to make it simple for you so we can remove decision fatigue, do 80% free content each week, 20% paid content each week. So paid content doesn't have to be paid, doesn't have to be something people pay for, but it can be something that people pay in the form of an email address for. Okay, so your free opt-ins, your paid products that you sell. So for me, my strategy guide for organic and ads, my Repurpose IO training, or my membership. Those are free and paid content. However, the email addresses are, I consider them paid because you're giving me your email address. Okay, the rest of it, free content, blog posts, YouTube videos, podcast episodes. These can be things you were featured on. These can be things that you created for your own brand. Okay, whatever that is. And then I want you to plan 30 URLs. Those 30 URLs you're going to find keywords for. Those keywords you're going to take and you're going to write pin titles for. I just published a YouTube video recently. Again, I'll try to put it in the description down below about writing catchy pin titles. 3 different methods that you can use. Go and watch that video and learn how to write pin titles that people will click on. Use the pin titles for your text overlay and your pin title, both places. And then once you create all those images, I want you to upload them to Pinterest and schedule them. You'll have to do 2 batches. If you can only sit down once a week, great. You can do 1 batch a week, that's 4 batches. If you can only do 2 batches, sit down once every 2 weeks. Put this in your calendar. Create 14 pins, schedule 1 pin per day. All right? And then follow that up once a week with 1 idea pin. That's your minimum viable Pinterest strategy. That's what you do daily and weekly. Monthly, I want you to take a look at your analytics starting at 90 days. After you've been consistently pinning for 90 days. I do not want you to look at them before that. Don't look at them. Okay? I'm not kidding. I'll come through the screen. Don't look at them. They're going to depress you. You're going to want to just jump off a cliff. Don't do that. I'll throw you a lifeboat. Don't look at them. How many times can I say the same thing over and over? After 90 days, you can look at your analytics. I want you to look for themes. Themes. Which Pinterest style got the most impressions? Which pin types, standard, video, or idea pins, got the most impressions, clicks, and saves? I want you to just focus on what worked the first time you look at your analytics and recreate that. How did you structure your pin title? What kind of imagery did you use? What was the colors? What were the fonts? What was the overall design? Recreate the wheel that you've already created one time. No need to recreate it again, is what I mean to say. Just recreate what you did already. Duplicate it. This is a very long-winded answer, but I love this question, which is why I spent so much time on it. And that's what I want you to do. Okay? It's very simple. You need systems in place for all the pieces of a Pinterest strategy. That's why you're burning out. That's why people quit. If you need a Pinterest system, I sell one. All right, moving on. This is a great follow-up question to the one I just answered. How much time do I need to spend each week on Pinterest? Great question. Thank you for asking. 1 hour or less. And that 1 hour is consumed within pin creation, optimizing your pins, and scheduling them. Because you already created a Pinterest system or a content system. It's really a content system for all the content in your library. You've already done the keyword research. You've already got your profile optimized. You have pin templates in place. Your Canva's organized. That leaves you with 1 hour each week that you're going to sit down, create 7 Pinterest pins, create 1 idea pin, and get it all uploaded to Pinterest. Okay? 1 hour a week. Do not go overboard. Don't spend an hour on 1 Pinterest image either. Honestly, the uglier, the better. I'm not kidding. This is a good question too. I don't have products to sell. Can I use Pinterest? Everyone has a product to sell. Whether that product is free or someone's actually giving you money, you have a product to sell. You still are monetizing in some way, whether that product that you're selling are eyeballs to advertisers or link clicks for sponsored posts, page views for sponsored posts. It doesn't matter. You have something to sell. So this person is obviously saying, I am not in e-commerce, therefore I feel like I won't succeed on this platform. I'm reading between the lines, and this is what I'm gathering between the lines. I still think you can succeed on Pinterest, even with a blog these days. You may need to twist your delivery a little bit. You may need to get creative, and you need to use idea pins. It is a no-brainer at this point that Pinterest is preferring idea pins, and we need to use them, especially if they're going to get links. More people will use them as soon as links come out. Mark my words. I can't keep up with Pinterest, but I can't afford to outsource help. Great question, whoever you are. Go back 2 questions ago when somebody asked, what do I do daily, weekly, and monthly? That's where you focus your efforts. Create processes for yourself. Create a system to house all your content, all your affiliate links, all your keywords. Create a system for creating Pinterest images that don't take you forever, and get yourself set up for success. That is how you do it and not outsource. Hey, really quick pause. If you're enjoying this video, can you give it a quick like so it can go further in this ecosystem and reach more business owners like yourself? Great, thanks. All right, back to the content. Okay, this question, I hate this question, but I will entertain it anyways. Can I promote a pin for $5 per day? Sure you can. Can you expect sales every single day? No. Honestly, the only reason I recently started an ad, it was back in like July. I started advertising for my strategy guide so I could warm up, start getting a warm list of leads, not only for Black Friday launch, but also for a New Year's launch for my membership. I'm officially, crossing my fingers, don't hold me to it, going to officially launch my membership, okay? I've never officially launched it, and I just wanted to start running some ads to test the waters. I also started making a little bit more money in those months and wanted to reinvest in the business. It is a tax write-off after all. So how can I do this? I started an ad. I started an ad at $5 per day per campaign. I ran 3 campaigns during that time frame. I figured out what the winning campaign was for the landing page. My goals with the $5 ad were the following. Which images are going to convert the best? So what messaging on the image, not the actual image. Yes, also the actual image, but what messaging on the images was going to work the best. And what is my landing page conversion? All I wanted to know with my $5 per day ads. Once I figured out what my winning copy was going to be and how to make my landing page convert better, I jacked up the daily spend on those ads to $15 a day. Over time, of course. I scaled by 25% until I got to 15. Once I got to 15, that's where I've stayed. And if you look at the ROAS on that campaign, it doesn't look good from week to week. However, people are joining my membership from these ads, and that membership fee is recurring. So as long as those people stay for at least 2 months, this is profitable for me. Okay? That's all I need. That's all I care about. But I'm also building an audience, and I'm willing to pay to build that audience so I can have a launch later on and I have a warm audience primed to buy. So to answer your question, can I run an ad at $5 per day? Sure, you can, but you need to have realistic expectations and goals in mind. I have 5 products in my shop. Is Pinterest still okay with so few products? I'm assuming you're talking about verified merchant or your catalog in some way in Pinterest, and how many URLs you need to be pinning each week. Like, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot behind the scenes of this question because I get questions like this often. And yes, even 5 products in your store is fine for a catalog on Pinterest. Even 5 products in your store will get you as a verified merchant on Pinterest, okay? You don't need to have 5,000 product listings to be successful as a seller on Pinterest with either a catalog or the verified merchant. You just don't need it. So here's what I want you to focus on instead. Creating quality, top of funnel value content that people are searching for that your product answers. So if you sell a cast iron skillet, How do people take care of the cast iron skillet? How do they store it? Can you travel with it? Can it go in the dishwasher? All those questions people are asking ultimately will lead them to purchasing your cast iron skillet. But first you have to answer the pain points that they have that your product solves. I'm hearing, oh, I love this. I'm hearing about idea pins for my social media manager. Should we just do those for a while? Great question. Social Media Manager is up on the trends for social media platforms. There's no context here whether the Social Media Manager is actually managing their Pinterest account or not, and that's okay, but Social Media Manager is making business owner aware of the fact that there are idea pins, and perhaps we need to spend some time on these. This is how the question was phrased. Should we just do those for a while? I'm assuming Pinterest, Social Media Manager is doing Pinterest by clarifying that question a little bit. To myself, no, I don't think that you should just focus on idea pins for a while. I think you should also be doing standard pins because remember, Pinterest is a parking lot for our content. The standard pins are going to become legacy pins 9 to 12 months from now. They are going to be getting consistent impressions, saves, clicks, and the idea pins are more timely, they're more in the now. And that's it for this week. That was the end of the question roster. If you are considering Pinterest marketing for your 2023 marketing plan, hopefully this helps. If not, head right on over here and watch some of these Pinterest marketing videos. Make sure you check out the links and things that I put in the description, including my Black Friday waitlist offer, which is the Pinterest roadmap, which is everything you need to know to be successful on Pinterest in 2023. That's it for this week. See you next time.